Creating on-brand social media content that actually works has never been easier. Let me show you why. So here is exactly why. The Content Lab is a suite of tools powered by AI specifically built to help you make content in less time and make sure it's more effective and on brand. And we've recently added some tools to that to make this whole thing even easier, because you already know that using AI for content just makes sense, but getting it on brand and also being high performing is a little difficult to do unless you're really good at creating prompts. But we've added tools within the Content Lab to make that extremely easy. So no more excuses for not putting out consistent high performing content, especially after watching this video. So let's walk through it. So within the Content Lab, there's a bunch of things that you can do here. You can brainstorm ideas, you can turn those ideas into high performing content, and you can even repurpose content that you've already created. For example, taking a long blog post and turning it into an Instagram post. But what makes this whole system so powerful for you and your business is the ability to remain on brand. Through managing your brand info, you can give the AI tools specific context as to who you are, what your business is, and who you're trying to reach. So all of the ideas and the feedback that you get from the tool will be specific to what you're trying to achieve. So within brand info, you can add in all this information. So you can add in the name of your business or your brand, then the type of business that you are. And then for further context, you can add an information source. So either a link to your website or your Instagram account. For this example, I'm going to use my personal Instagram, and then I'm going to generate some brand info. This will then take the information that you've given and provide a lot more context as to who you're trying to reach, which you'll see in a second. And so in a matter of seconds, it actually skimmed through the information that I gave it. It pulled out a brief summary or a bio about who I am, what I'm doing through my content, and the different points that I have within my socials. And it also provided messaging guidelines. So the tone of voice, motivational and inspirational, that's quite on brand for the kind of stuff I post, the language in which I speak, which is English, and then the vocabulary level as well. So this is the brand information, but you can also go deeper into audience. So right here, you can select an audience type, and you can decide if you're trying to reach a global audience, a national or a local audience, depending on your goals. I'm trying to reach a global audience. And you can even add audience segments, which is really, really cool. So just through scanning through my content, it knows that I typically try to speak to YouTubers, content creators, and entrepreneurs, which is pretty crazy. And that means that every future prompt that I receive or every bit of content that I receive from the Content Lab will be specifically trying to reach these people and keeping all of this in mind, which just increases the likelihood of the content actually performing. So once I'm happy with this, I can click Save Changes, and that's now been added, and the Content Lab now knows all of these things moving forward. So now let's walk through how we can actually create an idea and a new feature that we've added into the idea creating process to make the content even more effective for each goal that you're trying to achieve online. So let's brainstorm an idea here. So let's pick a theme. We'll say social media marketing, and then click Brainstorm Ideas, and then it's going to populate some ideas for us that we can roll with. So with these, we get specific content directions that we can go down. I'll just pick this one for the sake of this video. So if I want to select it, just click this plus button and then get post ideas. It's gonna take the general direction or theme of this content and give specific post ideas. And this is always keeping in mind the brand info that we gave it a few seconds ago. And so here's 4 specific post ideas. If I wanted new ones, I could click this. And if I wanted 4 more, I could click this. So I'll pick this post idea. I like this one, and then we're gonna add it to my ideas. And you see that it populates right here. So to actually turn this idea into specific content, all we gotta do is open this up, and here is gonna actually create the content that we can then post. And so if you leave it as default, there's no template selected, but we do have post or caption templates to make content specific to your goal of that post. So for example, if you're a creator or you're a business, when you post things, there's different intentions behind that post. We've created templates so that regardless of what the idea is that you're rolling with, you can make it have a tone and feel that's in alignment with the desired outcome of that post. And that's a lot simpler than I just made it sound. So essentially, if you're trying to sell something, we have a template to help making that a lot easier. So for example, we have educational, if that's the goal of the post, we have promotional, we have a listicle, we have a personal story, and thought leadership. All of these are different preset templates that can make creating specific kinds of content extremely easy. And it's possible to use any of these templates with any idea that you're rolling with. So let's walk through and show you what this would look like in practice. So let's say I'm trying to educate my audience through this post. I can just click this. We can then customize things further here, like the tone of the message. I'll say conversational, and you can speak first, second, or third person. I'll go in first person, and we can generate the caption. And so just like that, using all the information that we've provided the Content Lab, from our brand info to the specific idea that we're going with, it's created this specific caption based on our goal and the format that we chose, which was educational. We can then rewrite this, we can adjust the tone, we can edit the length, you can provide specific feedback to actually improve the writing, and you can also add hashtags all within this tool. And you can do the same process for TikTok, LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter threads, and the tool actually knows the different kinds of content that work on these different platforms. So you can easily repurpose the same idea to post natively across different platforms to increase the chances of it actually working on all of those different platforms that you're posting on. A lot of people just recycle the same content onto different platforms, and it misses the tone tone and the feel, and it just doesn't perform as well because people can tell it's just not made for that specific platform. And so these templates make the whole process so much easier, and you can easily change these for any idea. So if I had the same general idea, but I wanted to make it more promotional for something I'm trying to sell, I could easily just click this and then regenerate. And the same process is gonna take place. It's gonna write this content for me. And then all we would have to do is add our desired media, whether that be a photo, a video, or a graphic. And then you could even schedule that out within Flick. So the possibilities are really endless here. And why I think this is so important for you as a creator or a brand or a business owner is because now you can be hitting all of your desired objectives. So a lot of people just post strictly to try to go viral, and that doesn't actually help their business. Whereas now you can very easily take a viral potential idea and make it more specific to what you're trying to achieve with that specific post. So whether it's sales, whether it is trying to go viral, whether you're trying to communicate with your core people, you can now do that in a very specific and intentional way. So creating content specific to your goals has never been simpler, and you can run with this and get content out in a fraction of the time so that you can focus on growing your brand and your business. And there are so many ways that you can customize the content that's created to make sure it's exactly how you want it. All of this is adjustable. You can come in and type whatever you want. You can add whatever you want, and you can use the built-in tools to customize it to your liking. And once again, the tool will customize the approach for every desired platform you're trying to show up on. And once you have a post that's to your liking, you can easily just click add to scheduler. This then gets sent to scheduler. You can click this and open it up. And then here's the idea right here. So you can easily click this and then actually turn this into a specific post. So you can add the media that you want. You can select the date and time, add hashtags, and then schedule it to go live whenever you want. So you can easily create a month's worth of content that previously would have taken you hours and hours and hours in a fraction of the time by using the Content Lab. And because all the specific information and the features that we just walked through that makes it all specific to you and your goals, all the content created from this is going to be on brand. It's going to be consistent, and it's going to be in alignment with your goals. And to help with batch creation, we actually made a video about how to create a month's worth of content in one day, and we've just linked it in the card above. And batch creating content is a super powerful tool to stay consistent, which is one of the hardest things for people to do online, but it is so important to show up consistently, to stay on top of people's minds, and to actually continue to grow so you can keep hitting your goals. And I personally know that the Content Lab and the scheduler can transform your content creation process to make consistency so much easier and to help you hit all of those goals. And to make trying all these things a no-brainer, if you use the link down below in the description box of this video, you can try everything I just walked through in the Content Lab, as well as everything I didn't, and the scheduler completely for free. So if your goals are to show up online to grow your brand or your business, you can now do so easier than ever, specific to how you want to show up so that you can make sure you're standing out and connecting with the people you're trying to reach. So go ahead and use that link right now to sign up for free. And as I mentioned earlier, this video right here will teach you how to create a month's worth of content in one day. So go ahead and click this. It'll help make your process even simpler and help you crush it. I'll see you in the next video. Go check out the Content Lab and keep killing it. Peace.